Morning, guys. Eric Johnson here. Gonna talk about quitting addictions and escaping the matrix. So I just stopped my last 40-year addiction, and there's been many addictions that I've unraveled over the years. We'll talk about those and how to quit your addictions and why they're ruining your life. So I just stopped what I call autistic rocking. It's something I've been doing since I was 8, and I'm 48 right now. So this is a huge undertaking. My whole life has revolved around rocking back and forth. And yeah, you might be like, that's kind of weird, dude. And it's not a big deal. It's just swaying back and forth a little on the floor, sitting Indian style while listening to music. And it's something that I've done since I was 8. It's they call it stimming, which is self-stimulation. So everyone stims to some degree. It could be as simple as biting your nails. Even whistling is considered stimming. Picking your scabs, tapping, drumming, pacing, any type of what you would call nervous energy activities. And a lot of people do that to try to reduce their tension or their stress. So this one's a biggie, and it's pretty much the last one that is preventing me from living a full life. And that's what this video is about, is basically living a full life and escaping the matrix. Now, what do I mean by escaping the matrix? We're going to call it the inner matrix. It's the operating system playing in your mind. You know, I used to wake up in the morning and by default just start doing my routines, the rocking, the listening to the music. Years ago, it was cracking open up a beer and smoking a cigarette, watching some porn. Today, those things have fallen away. And when I quit those things, I didn't think I could do it. I was scared. I remember when I stopped smoking cigarettes, I looked at my girlfriend at the time. She didn't smoke, her girlfriend didn't smoke, and I was like, what do you guys do? I mean, what am I gonna do without smoking? You feel like you need it. You feel like you can't live without it. And that's pretty much how all addictions work. You feel like you can't live without it. And it feels like that for a week or two, especially cigarettes. That was a hard one. The porn and stuff, not so much. I mean, I could stop that. But then again, you know, if I got stressed out enough, who knows what we resort to feel good again. So they're all very tricky, they're sneaky, and it's easy to relapse and get back into them. And then they're stronger than ever, because it says basically in the Bible that if you clean your house but then you relapse again, the 7 demons will come back into your house instead of 1. Like one demon will bring back all his friends, and it's worse than ever. That's why every relapse was worse for me. When I tried quitting drinking, every time I relapsed, it was worse. I drank more. I drank more and around the clock, and then I stopped eating. And I was literally getting drunk twice a day and not eating any food. And so I was dying really fast. And this is when I was 36. And one day, it's funny because I had all these friends tell me I was gonna die. Everyone was worried about me, and I didn't listen to them. I even had a heart attack when I was 32, and I kept drinking. I was like, oh, I have to keep drinking. It thins my blood because I had angina. I had heart pains. And I was like, I have to keep drinking to thin my blood and make this angina go away. Insanity. That's what kind of thinking that we have when we're deep in our addictions. So I basically stopped drinking because this kid came over to my house, skater punk, and he shamed me. He started making fun of me. I was laying in bed. It was like 8 in the morning. He must have been on speed. He came over looking for my girlfriend at the time. And he just sat in my bedroom. And he sat down at the chair. I couldn't get up because I was naked. And I was coming off of alcohol. I was shaking. DTing. My beer was in the fridge. But I couldn't get up because I didn't want him to see me naked. So he picked up the acoustic guitar in the corner of the room, my girlfriend's guitar. He started making up songs about me, you know, just like, Eric's a weirdo, Eric's a weirdo. And mind you, he's like 30 years old, I'm 36. You know, he's very immature. And it produced a lot of shame in me. I felt powerless. He was just making up songs, making fun of me in my own house, my girlfriend's house. I couldn't really kick him out. I mean, I guess I could, but I was just so low and weak, trembling with DTs, beaten down from alcohol, drinking all night, every night, getting drunk twice a day. I had no life. I was just hiding in my girlfriend's dark room, drinking. I couldn't even listen to jazz music anymore. It was irritating me. I had no more dopamine in my brain. I had no feel-good endorphins. Alcohol was the only thing I was clinging to. And the buzz only lasted a half an hour. And then it would just get pathetic. And I kept trying to chase the buzz to feel good, to feel alive. That's what a lot of addicts do. A lot of junkies, they shoot up just to feel normal. They don't even get high anymore. And so he was playing the songs on his guitar, and I was just like, get the F out of here, man. And I was shaking. And he finally was like, whatever, man. And he left. And there was 2 beers in the fridge. But at that moment, and guys, I've relapsed like hundreds of times from alcohol over the years. 16 years of, yeah, I'm going to quit today. And then I would drink that night. I had hundreds of those. Yeah, I'm really going to quit this time. You know, and I'd go 60 days, 90 days, 10 months, 12 months, 20 months. But this time, after he shamed me, that was my low. That was my ultimate low. That was my ultimate low. And after he left, I grabbed those 2 beers, put them in my backpack, and I walked all the way back home to my place. She had her place, I had my place. And I could have died from alcohol withdrawals. So don't attempt this if you're really deep in your alcohol or drug. You know, seek professional help, whatever. Gotta mention a disclaimer here. But I started walking home. I was like, I'm done. I was like, after these 2 beers are gone, not only am I breaking up with her, I'm done with alcohol. And that was it. And I had those 2 beers probably saved me from dying. But after that, my body was sore. I could barely see. I was all sketched out. And all sketched out. I could barely work. I was cooking for a living. Had to go to work. They were drinking beer at the end of the shift. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm gonna just go home. And so here's what happened. I just worked, and about a week later, My health was decent. I got a second job and started just working. I stopped talking to the old drinking friends. I ignored that girlfriend till she went away for good. And then at night after work, I was still smoking cigarettes, but I would also stop by the store and pick up peanut M&Ms. Peanut M&Ms, that was my treat, because alcohol is mainly sugar. So as a little treat after work, I'd buy a little candy, and that kept away the cravings for alcohol. So I had to switch addictions basically back then. I stopped alcohol, but I still had cigarettes. And I just had, candy. And I still had porn. But eventually I was like, I have to quit cigarettes. And so I did the same thing that I did with alcohol. I drank tea and had candy, or cinnamon toast or something that I considered a treat. And then eventually the cigarettes, I jonesed for like a week or two, and then after about 2 weeks the lie went away that I needed cigarettes. That how do you live without cigarettes? What am I gonna do? See, the scariest thing is, what are you gonna do with all that time? So this 40-year addiction of rocking is really the hardest one, because I rocked 14 hours a day. From morning until night, I was rocking on the floor or the bed, listening to music. And so I think the first thing you should do if you're quitting something big like that is you have to have a schedule. I know I need a schedule to stay on track. And if you got a sober friend or whatever, a good friend, accountability partner, talk to them. Go to the 12-step. Start working out. But you have to replace the addiction with something that still feels good, but it's healthier. And I know my examples aren't healthy, switching from cigarettes to, candy or whatever, but eventually those big addictions fell away. Now with this one, I have to replace 14 hours of rocking with 14 hours of good things. And I might not feel good. That's the point. We're escaping life by trying to feel good with these addictions. It's like, why not just stop running, sit still, learn how to meditate, and go deep until you dig up that wound that's making you run, or making you try to distract yourself. Seems like everyone's distracted these days. They got 2 or 3 jobs. They're constantly looking at their phone. They want that dopamine hit from, their Facebook likes or their Instagram likes. And social media is set up to be basically a drug. How many times have you looked at your social media and you didn't get any action on a tweet or a post? And you're like, man, no one liked that. But what if you look at it and you get 100 likes? You're like, yeah, that's a dopamine hit. And we're doing that all day long. We're looking for the next dopamine hit. But if we can sit still and really tap into why we're running, then we won't need those external things. So today is day 2 of no autistic rocking. And I'm going for a walk, which I don't normally do when I'm rocking. I rather rock. But this feels a lot better. I'm losing weight. I'm getting strength back in my legs. I mean, literally rocking all day, that's like sitting on a couch. You don't use your legs. So I gotta fill the day with activity, but I'm also going to meditate at least 2 hours a day now. Once in the morning and once at night. And I got a lot of stuff to do. I can do videos, I can journal. My fiance and I are doing breath work, we're doing yoga, we're doing all these energetic things to raise our vibration. Once you raise your vibration, you won't feel like you gotta turn to your addictions as much. It's really fascinating how much vibration matters. You might be thinking, oh, that's woo-woo, spiritual stuff, I don't do that. But look at everything that makes you feel bad. Look at the fake news. Look at the news you're watching. Does that make you feel good? No. It's all fear-mongering. So turn it off. Start changing your reality and you will feel better. Stop drinking pop. Change to something that's sweetened by stevia instead of sugar. It's those little changes. Sleep an extra hour. If you're sleeping too much, get up an hour early. Go for a walk. Get your metabolism going early in the morning. So that's the point. And eventually, you'll kick all your addictions. Probably, I would start with the easiest one and quit that and then replace it with something else. If you're watching 6 hours of TV a day, shave off an hour. And with that hour, go for a walk. That's all you gotta do. And then slowly you'll be like, what else can I do? And those small wins add up, and then you'll be like looking for challenges, and you'll be like, all right, what can I do next? What can I quit next? You can do the same thing with finances. You got a credit card you hate, pay it off and cut it up. And then be like, all right, what other bill can I get rid of? Oh, I can get rid of Netflix. There's nothing but crap on there right now. I'll get rid of that bill. Oh, I feel lighter and free now. I just got rid of a $80 bill. You can do it with your weight. You can do it with your finances. You can do it with your spiritual life. Instead of watching horror movies, you could switch over to documentaries about water fasting or travel. Check out, Varanasi in India. They burn their dead bodies in a big funeral pyre. And it's very spiritual. It's very beautiful. Check it out on YouTube. Turn off your TV. Start checking out some cool channels on YouTube. We don't even have TV in our house. So eventually you can work your way up to those bigger addictions, like I am. And this is the biggest one, guys. I don't even know who I am without rocking. 14 hours a day, at least 3 hours a day for the last 40 years. That's 43,000 hours I've been rocking. I have no idea who I am without rocking, and we're gonna find out. So hit that subscribe button, and thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.